All right, so today we're going to look at a Jamboard, and we have different problems that we're going to use, and we're going to practice our strategies for word problems. And these are all have to do with different addition and subtraction situations. So the first one we're going to do together, the second will be a group, the third will be a group, the fourth will be a group, and the fifth will be a group. All right, so going to the first. I'm going to first just read the problem just to read it. Okay, I'm not in my steps yet. I'm just going to read it. It says the bakers at the Beverly Hills Bakery baked 200 loaves of bread on Monday morning. They sold 93 loaves in the morning and 39 loaves in the afternoon. How many loaves of bread did they have left? All right, so I just read that pretty quickly. Next, I'm going to read the entire problem. So I know you just read it, but I want you to read it again. And this time I want you to picture in your head when you are reading a book and you're trying to find out information, you read it closely, you read it carefully. Sometimes you have to read something maybe two, three times. So read it like you're really trying to get information. So chunk those sentences, stop and pause a little bit after a sentence, and really think about what you're reading, okay? So all the comprehension skills that you use in reading class, apply it now. So it says the bakers at the Beverly Hills Bakery baked 200 loaves of bread on Monday morning. Okay. So they have 200 loaves that they baked in the morning. Okay, so I'm thinking about that. They sold 93 loaves in the morning. So right away, they bake 200. They immediately sell 93. Okay. Next, they sell 39 in the afternoon. So later on in the day, they sold another 39 of those original 200. All right. So I'm in my head, I'm making understanding, like I'm making sure that I understand the story. How many loaves of bread did they have left? So if they start with 200, they want to know what's left. Okay. And I know all throughout the day they're selling some. So I know what they have left is not going to be as much. Okay, so I'm already kind of processing what I'm going to be doing. Now I'm going to think a little bit deeper about the word problem. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to have to read again. What exactly is the question? The question is, I'm going to double click to type and erase those little dotted dots. It says the question is, so go right here. Look, it even has a question mark. Points you right to it. The question is, how many loaves of bread did they have left? Question mark. Asking a question. I can click and scoot this over. Next one. What do I need to find the answer? Well, I already know because when I did this first part, I really thought about what it looks like. Like I played it almost like a movie in my head where I really visualized what this story looks like. So I know that they're starting their day with 200. I know that they're going to have some that they sell in the morning and some that they sell in the afternoon. So what I need to know is I need to know how many they sell in all. So I'm going to have to know, okay, if they sold 93 in the morning and 39 in the afternoon, well, how much is that? Okay, because in order to know how much is left, I have to know what they sold. What information do I already have? I have, go back to your problem. I have the amount they started with, the amount, I put a comma, the amount sold in the morning, comma, and the amount sold in the afternoon. I have all of that, okay? So I'm gonna click away and then I can move, get that over to the side. All right, next, write on the problem. So we wanna circle some things. So here's an important number that I'm gonna use. Here's an important number I'm gonna use. And here is an important number I'm gonna use. This right here at the bottom is my phrase or my sentence of what I need to find. How many loaves of bread did they have left? So the reason I do this is because I don't want to forget. Like, I don't want to just go and take 93 away from 200. I have to remember that 39 was also sold in the afternoon. So I circle to make sure that I get everything, and I underline to make sure that I'm not making up my own question to answer. I'm answering the question that is actually being asked. Next, we're not going to solve. So there should be no, besides the problem, there should be no numbers that I'm adding anywhere. We're just labeling things and sorry, we are going to put numbers on this, but we're not going to put we're not going to put any numbered answers. So we're just going to set it up. We really are just right now concentrating on the process, not the actual math. Okay, so two parts. You have the understanding of the problem, which is what we're working on today, and going through this process. That's what we're practicing right now. Second part is actually knowing how to add and subtract. So we're not worried about that today. We just want to concentrate on setting up this problem. All right, so this says type here. So I'm going to double click, erase, backspace, and now I can go ahead and start putting things in. So I've got a long bar, 3 bars on the bottom. I see that they are different sizes. I see that one's on top of the other. I've got to decide what goes where, okay? So here I see, if I'm looking at my numbers, 200 is my largest because that's the total that they started with. So that's going to be the amount that goes up on top, 200. Then I see down here, 200, that must mean since these are the same size, that these are also going to add up to 200. So that's going to be all my loaves that I either have left or that I've sold. So the biggest one, I'm going to put 93. And I know that one's 93 because 200, it's almost halfway. 93 is almost half of 200, so I'm going to put that there. 39, well, if I've got almost 100, then I add almost 40. That's about 140. And so what left would be around 60. So I'm going to say that this smallest one is, because my answer is going to be bigger than 39, so the smallest one's probably going to be 39. And then this last one, again, we are not finding the answer. We're not concentrating on that today. We're concentrating on what the answer represents. So the answer represents, go back to your blue bar here, how many loaves of bread they have left. So what they have left. Click away and then click and drag. All right, there you go. So that is the process that you do first before you go and do any kind of adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing or whatever it is. We want to go through a process, because if we don't understand what is here first, there's no way that we're going to be able to set up our problem correctly and get our correct answer. So this right here is very necessary to have some kind of system that you go through in order to make sure you're comprehending what it is that is going on in your story. All right, so this is going to be another group can work on this problem, another group will work on this problem, and another group will work on this one, and another group will work on this one. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 problems for the kids to break off and work with their group. So let me put all these back. And again, this is just a way to go through and think about your problem and really make sure you understand it before you get to the actual math. All right, thanks for watching.